Why hello there, fellow researchers, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector, Ashes of the Domain. Episode 53, Building Bifrost Gates. Bifrost Gate is done. So here's the benefits. If we go to the colonies of Doleo, we have a Bifrost network 50% for accessibility on Doleo. Because Doleo has a Bifrost network now with King Glass. So King Glass also subsequently benefits from the Bifrost network. And the more planets you add to the network, the better the network gets. So if I added Petavigri, it would gain a 33% for all shared worlds. But obviously I'm going to prioritize Svarga because Svarga is the planets that need to grow the most, benefit the most. Unfortunately, this happens at the same time as I have hostilities with other factions. So the Bifrost network has boosted our trade with other factions, but then my hostilities with the hegemony have subsequently immediately ruined them. So it's a bit balanced, but you know, it's just the way it is. Doleo's still, I think, restoring the mining network. Yep. So the mining network upkeep is still underway for the subterranean mining that was discovered there. And what does it do? It increases accessibility and also adds a physical gate. It's worth noting. Don't forget about the actual gate that's there, because that's a big thing too. So it gives accessibility to all colonies with Bifrost gates, and then it is a physical gate that you can use. It does have an upkeep of some purified transplutonics, but not one that we can't keep up with. Desert World. Sure. It's for a Luddic Path, but it's a lead. And another event at Doleo. Okay, this is probably yet another mining event. It is. With the outpost fully operational, the restored conveyor system has begun transporting significant quantities of both common and transplutonic ore. However, the system's reactivation has triggered a secondary effect. A section of the outpost rear wall, previously thought to be solid rock, has partially collapsed, revealing a massive archway, far larger than the original mine shaft entrance. This is clearly the true entrance to a deeper mining complex, designed for the passage of truly colossal machinery. The archway is in a precarious state. Rubble and debris partially block the passage, and the surrounding rock is riddled with cracks and fissures. The air thrumming from within is intense, carrying with it the sounds of grinding stone and distant echoing clang of metal on metal. It is evident that the deeper complex is active, at least to some degree, but in a state of disrepair. Initial scans reveal incredible rich veins of both common and transplutonic just beyond the archway, but accessing them will be a major undertaking. The instability of the entry poses a significant risk to your miners and machinery within. With it, while potentially immensely productive, it appears to be in desperate need of repair. Parts are needed that the colony does not have. So, the effects from previous decisions. Sparse ore goes to moderate ore, and sparse transplutonic ore goes to moderate transplutonic ore. And what do we do next? Here's the choice. We could force, focus, or grand restoration. So forcing ore extraction decreases stability and increases the upkeep of ore extraction for 2 months, and it prioritizes the entrance and repair of the machinery dedicated to common ore. We could do the same thing, but to focus on transplutonic ore, or to invest a lot of money and a lot of decrease of stability for a grand restoration of the entire mining shaft. So I'm guessing you guys are going all in. And the only, yeah, okay, obviously. The worry here now is Doleo above water stability-wise? It is not. The Grand Restoration has dropped stability below 4. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make improvements with story points to the populated infrastructure to bring it up to 5, so that it doesn't dip below the 5. The 5 is kind of like the minimum threshold. Anything below 5 and it discourages trade, so you don't want to dip below 5 if you can help it. So a little a little story point to make sure. The other thing that I could have done is remove Freeport, but that would be really detrimental to my industries, because Cryosanctum cranking out organs would be terrible to not have be Freeported. I'm going to pick up one more mission in the core here. Bear Bombarded World. I guess I'll do that. Derelict ship. Sure. And what faction relations other than Hedge? Syndrian missions would be good to do as well, to bring me up from suspicious higher. So I don't want to do that one. Whatever, I'll do it. It's fine. Okay, so let's do some of these accepted missions. We've got a desert world for Luddic Path to the northwest. We'll do that one first. Oh, the Persian League is going toe-to-toe with the Hedge now, too. It's not just me. And a lot of the planets are getting its stability upgrades now as well. Ruins. With basically nothing in them. There's a bounty for these pirates, but honestly, I wouldn't mind getting friendlier with pirates at some point. So I'm going to leave them alone unless they attack me. I'm not out to hunt them. Production report. Nothing sexy from tech mining. That doesn't surprise me. All right. Next, accepted. Let's go out to the barren world for Syndrian. And we can... we'll go up to the Red Giant, I guess, for a slingshot. No. I'm going to disengage with story point. Can't be bothered. Oh god, they're doing it twice. You bridge trolls. It's basically what they are. This is an intersection of a bunch of slipstreams, and they're just bridge trolling. I am running low on both fuel and supplies, so after this run, I might need to go resupply from one of my core worlds. Also, King Glass, I think, can get the... Yes, can get the Mental Bore installation, too. And it's starting to pull volatiles as well. One thing we might want to consider... Oh, market must be larger. One thing we might want to consider for King Glass, now that it produces volatiles, is to use the orbital fusion lamp to remove its extreme cold hazard. Should we use a fusion lamp on King Glass? Yes or no? And in using it, it would actually help it to grow, because it would reduce its hazard and increase immigration. And it's not to say that we would always have it installed. You know, once it grows well enough, we could always pull it. Oh, pre-collapse facility. It wasn't even my target. I just was surveying for the sake of survey and found a pre-collapse. There we go. Cindrian likes us a little bit more. I'll hit up the pre-collapse in just a second. I just wanted to survey everything here first. Also ruins. Ah, phooey. Man, these ruins I've been hitting lately have just been unbelievably empty. Like, well, I guess truly ruined. And the mining megaplex at Doleo is done. Oh my god. Look at that yield. Holy hell. That is a lot. Did Doleo drop below? Yeah, Doleo dropped below its stability. I don't want to remove Freeport though, so I'm just going to roll with it. You wonder why they're upset? It has some shortages. I don't know. But once the Grand Restoration is done, it will bounce back. It's fine. My income will be ruined briefly. Not a big deal in the scheme of things. And you guys do want the fusion lamp on King Glass. Is there another planet that might benefit? No. Raveno's... No, that's not Dark Light. Okay, yeah, it's the only planet that would benefit from it. Wait, what the hell? Oh, it was a pre-collapse facility that... Was it pre-cleared? Wait, where'd the pre-collapse... Wait, what was going on? I'm so confused. Oh, it's already plundered. Damn it. Really? Are we... Seriously? I'm 99% sure I found it like moments ago and it wasn't plundered. What the hell happened? Did someone plunder it like... in the day that I... whatever. My brain hurts. I'm not gonna try to comprehend that one. Accepted missions. We are headed to Ball next. Home of the Gold. I should restock. That slingshot gets me... Actually, I don't need to restock because Ball's right next to the core. So I'll restock after doing Ball. Yes, the materials that are in red are not supplied. So, like, at Doleo, because of the amount of materials... Actually, why is there a shortage? I think there's a shortage of heavy armaments, machinery, and ship parts because of hostilities with other factions of trades being plundered. I think basically the hedge is harassing Doleo for the AI inspections, and we're just seeing the ramifications of that. That would be my guess. Another pre-collapse facility. Okay, I have to immediately engage these now, because if I don't, like, they somehow disappear. So I've learned my lesson, and I will not spend any time surveying. I will immediately clear them myself. Anything in the 98 changes for Starsector? I don't have them memorized. Yeah. I think yeah, I don't have them memorized. There was some rebalancing for weapons that I thought looked good. And then they were, like, buffing fulgence and things that I think was needed because, Fulgence are pathetic compared to, like, brilliance. Aren't they rebalancing some of the Lion's Guard stuff too? Or... because I read the patch notes like a while ago and I didn't memorize them. Alright, there is no brunt of the force. They're all spread out everywhere. Can this Aurora, like, don't sit behind me, dude. Get active. Go forth. Attack. Yeah, there is the Java update, which is going to help with the garbage collection. To help with the memory leaks. Which reminds me, I should probably reboot the game after this fight so that it starts running smoother. Or continues to run smooth, I should say. So given that my streams are 4 hours long, maybe that update will prevent me from having to reboot the game periodically. So that'd be a big bonus, if that is indeed the case. But, like, nothing to really write home about on its own. Ah, phooey. Another ruin, another heartache. Okay. Let me quickly reboot the game. Your eyes are gonna get obliterated by orange light. There it is. I am, yeah, anytime anyone is like, streamer lock, I will point out that I've cleared like 30 pre-collapse facilities and probably searched, I don't know, 50 ruins and have not found a biofactory embryo. Okay, at this point, let's go ahead and resupply and then install the fusion light. But I'm not going to bother updating the goal because it's not going to take me very long to do. Production report. Nothing. I'm mostly looking for the biofactory embryo from tech mining for Blazing Rock. But Blazing Rock's tech mining has not yielded results yet. Oh, this, yeah, the hedge is, I'm in hedge space, obviously. Shouldn't hang out here very long, because they're gonna try to gank me. Do I have enough fuel to jump to Tarshish? I do, but just barely. Perfect. I might as well take some beta cores out with me to, and I'll take the alpha cores to, like, set them up on the new planets to try to help support the new planet's growth. So, Fusion Lamp, if you're wondering. Counters the effect of cold, extreme cold, poor light, and darkness. Increases heat on non-cold planets. So I'll take one of those. I might as well just combat drone here. I mean, I'm not using it, so I'll just stick it on Nabla, because it wouldn't hurt. Yes. The other thing that I might want to consider is... Okay, neither planet has unmet needs, so that's fine. So let's... wow, Kanta, you need 2k Volatils? Ouch. Sucks to be you, dude. I'm not planning on heading over to Kanta, so I'm not about to help with that. So we have... I'm bringing my cores over to also install... the core, oops, that's not what I meant to click. Installing my cores on those new planets to help support the new planets. Bifrost network. We are 59% for Svarga too, if you were wondering. So in maybe a month or two, it will be done. Arid World. That has my attention. I don't think I'm going to bother doing any hedge missions, though, because the hedge are just going to hate me no matter what. Because I'm in active war with them. Over AI cores. These things happen. Little disagreements, right? Between factions. Oh, you know what? I could have just bifrosted here. I totally forgot about that. Damn. So, here, we're going to install the orbital fusion lamp. And the orbital fusion lamp will counter the hazard that is caused by extreme cold. And then also, I'm going to put a core here. Because the alpha core will increase production, which is population. Which should increase growth, I think. Well, actually, maybe we should do it in the accessibility. Truth be told, I should probably be putting the fullerene spool here as well. We'll do the alpha core there, and then in mining, I will also do... Wait, I can do the autonomous bore? I didn't think I was supposed to be able to do that. But, alright, whatever. And we'll do the alpha core there as well, because that's Volatils. So, we've almost met the internal need for Volatils on King Glass, which is great. The mining Megaplex requires size 6 or greater, but not the bore. Got it. I got confused about those two. Alright, and then we'll put the beta core there. Alright. This planet seems well set up now. And there's the fusion lamp. Trying to keep the planet warm. So... hazard rating. If we mouse over the hazard rating here, as you can see, the hazard rating does not any longer have the extreme cold hazard. Right, it's been effectively negated due to the fusion lamp. And we'll head over to Svarga with some of the beta cores. I think there's still... yeah, there's still a fullerene spool on Doleo that we could install at one of these new places. But given that Doleo is the heart of our economy, maybe it makes sense not to do that. Yeah, I had 2 spools, and we did burn one for research, but we still have the other. Exactly. Alright, here at Blazing Rock, I'll just beta core everything. I have a lot of beta cores. I don't know if beta core really helps with tech mining, but, you know, whatever. We don't need Tritax security codes. Okay. I should probably just core up the other world too. Yeah, stability is low. It has a decivilized subpopulation because it was already a pirate den prior, and I haven't built ground defenses or upgraded the orbital station, so or built the patrol HQ. So we hadn't invested in its stability, and I guess I'll queue up patrol HQ on both planets that we have using the money they got. I'll go back to Delta Xi'an and set up all the beta cores. How much is that, out of curiosity, pissing off Hedge? 46? Yeah, it really hasn't climbed. We were at like 42 before, so we haven't really moved the needle much. So they're pissed, but like not that much more pissed. All right. King Glass is already, it's worth noting, making profit, which honestly happened pretty fast, but I think that's mostly due to the core and everything. So its growth rate is pretty high. It's 12. And Blazing Rock's is 14. Really, really high, because Blazing Rock was not as hazardous to begin with. And also has the decivilized subpopulation, so that helps too. Cool. Alright. I wanted to take more missions, but here's the Bifrost network. Oh, I think when you're building the Bifrost network, you can't actually physically use it. So, jumping the gun there. So I'm going to head back to the missions that I had accepted. The Arid World and the Derelict Ship. And hoping that these lead to interesting points of interest. Bit redundant. But we'll see. Because I am just research locked due to one stupid item. Okay. Blazing Rock's finally above its 5 minimum. So it's doing okay. Even though this isn't my zone, I just wanted to pop into it. See if I could spot a gate, which there isn't one. Monthly expenses. That's mostly due to the stockpile of withdrawn. So Blazing Rock now has a megaport. That's going to help with growth. So growth is all the way up to 15 now. King Glass doesn't quite have its megaport yet. And then the Bifrost network is probably going to happen this month for Svarga. So that helps Blazing Rock. And then we'll obviously do a bit of Vigry, which is Tarmarin and Ravenow. They're the ones left out, and they would benefit massively. I am here for a derelict ship some distance away from center. No! I hate those. Probably this ping here, though. Yep. I got lucky. I was offered the opportunity to salvage the ship. For some reason or another... Oh, that's the Veil of Knowledge. Wait, how did I not survey the Veil of Knowledge? Also, Almox here has unexplored ruins? That sucks. These are some nice planets. I forgot about that. This is definitely a class 5. Bountiful farmland, vast ruins, organics, moderate ore, and sparse ore. Yeah, that's a class 5 I've ever seen one. Villainology is probably class 5 too. No, some more pet dogs. Interestingly, the Villainology is not a particularly compelling colony. And it doesn't even have ruins. Well, sort of. I don't know. But that's where we got our hyper processor. Sparger's done. So, taking a look at Blazing Rock. Blazing Rock's now sporting a massive 236% accessibility. And that's certainly helping with growth. So Blazing Rock's gonna be a tier 2 like next month. And King Glass lagging behind a little bit, but not by much. But a little bit just because it's higher hazard rating. But we negated a bunch of the hazard rating with the fusion lamp. The other thing I could do is both of these two planets doing stability improvements. I very seldom regret stability improvements. So I'll just spend the story points for that. Alright, we are here to survey an arid world. Well, I definitely came to the wrong star. Yep, came to the wrong star. I'm going to assume it's this gravity well. Survey says no. Oh, I also forgot. Bifrost network. Construct at bit of Vigry. And what is our total up now to? 69. Nice. Doleo still has that massive grand restoration stability penalty, but when that clears, Doleo alone might make $1 million a month. This planet's called Weeper. Yeah, of course the pirates would want me to survey a planet named Weeper. That checks out. I'm gonna like... So, I did all the accepted missions. I'm just gonna like survey Ibn Wark there. I have no reason to. I just want to. Call it a hunch. I'm sure there's nothing going to be there. It's going to be a bad hunch. It's a white dwarf. That's not promising. In a rated world, also not promising. I wonder if Caucasian midgets ever get offended by stars named after them. Production reports. I might. Well, I'll just keep tech mining. How tapped out does it say? The tech mining. These ruins have been stripped of easy pickings, but they're still filled with promise. Okay, well, we'll just continue tech mining. Maybe luck changes, who knows. This planet's called Neo's Bohol. Sounds like a character from Star Wars. Alright, King Glass finally got its megaport. And now it is sporting massive pop growth and accessibility. And then the last accessibility will be Terminuses on the waystations once the waystations get built. And Blazing Rock just hit 4. So Blazing Rock has tech mining, but it also has adequate farmland and organics. What should I add to Blazing Rock next? What industry to build? So farming or mining. So if we do farming, that's for food. Whoa. And if we do mining, it's for ore and organics. So I'll have you guys vote on that. Either way works. I mean, there's obviously other choices, but those I'm whittling it down to those specific 2. Alright. Yep. My hunch about Ibn Wark being decent has not been. Oh, what the hell? Sleeper paths on Blazing Rock? You know, Pathers, I have a... I guess they're just spying on me. I mean, it is a sleeper. It will never be an active cell because I've paid them off with a planet killer. Okay, my hunch sucked. There was nothing here. I shouldn't listen to my inner monologue, apparently, because we combed the desert, we found nothing. I really want to just keep surveying now. I'm gonna go to spare. And then I'll head back to the core. And for Blazing Rock, you are gonna get some monoculture plots. We're gonna do some farming. Maybe it will start turning a profit as a result. I mean, it doesn't have to. Like, obviously it can be supported by the other colonies. What the hell? Just a Prometheus tanker chilling out in the middle of nowhere? Like, seriously in the middle of nowhere. There's not even a constellation nearby. It's been chilling out here for a long time. Yeah, to be fair, it's a Prometheus. It did have the fuel to get here. I agree. But apparently it didn't have the fuel to get home, because it was also devoid of fuel. Well, this system sucks. One of the waystations is done. Whoa! We have... super bad supply. Upgrade to Terminus. And then the other Terminus is... 5 days away. Wow, these systems are terrible. Well, I guess it makes sense. They're just a bunch of red dwarves. It's like a constellation of stars that didn't have enough fuel to actually do much with its hydrogen. And there's Blazing Rock's Terminus. So after getting these Terminuses, they should be growing like crazy. Well, we ruled out 2 constellations for being interesting. So at least there's that. I'm going to hitch a ride back to core off of Agonor here. Or back to... yeah, maybe to core. That should slingshot me most of the way to core. Would it make sense to provide the materials that these colonies lack? No. I mean, I'm already making fuel and supplies. It just needs to be delivered. More than likely what ended up happening was, Hegemony probably destroyed a trade fleet that was delivering that stuff, or maybe we just need to wait and it will get delivered. I mean, that's kind of how these trade fleets work, is, you don't necessarily need to, to build the entire supply network. You just wait for the trade fleets to deliver the things you need delivered. It's often only a matter of time. Oh, I don't even need to use it as a slingshot back to core. There's a gate here. So Doleo, making almost $1 million a month. I'm gonna guess its stability went shot back up. Yes. So we should probably have a any minute now, we should have another colony event going on at Doleo about its grand restoration of its mining tunnels. Because I don't see a benefit to it yet. But its stability is obviously, yeah, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. I like it. And how close are we to the Bifrost? Only 46. Okay. What was that? Supply cache. We found someone's guns. Just totally normal. Finding guns in the middle of nowhere. With, the closest population to here is, 28 light years away. But I mean, disregarding my own planets, 28 light years. Yeah, totally normal to hide your guns 28 light years away. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Ashes of the Domain, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow captains.